God.
Yeah.
David. I was going to say, is the signature on there too? Oh, my
See?
God.
It's authenticated.
All right, well, now I feel like I'm left out. All right, one sec, boys. Check this out.
Well, that was like the Hamilton ones that I did was interesting. It was a first time I'd been there since it was on CBC.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And every time, so when CTV got the Junos, that's when they decided, the production company that was hired, Insight, that did Canadian Idol, they were like, let's turn it into a road show. Like let's allow the Canadian music to be experienced by Canadians all across the country, instead of just doing it in Toronto and a couple of times in Hamilton. And it was a black tie event, right? And they're like, no, it's rock and roll. Let's do that. And so with every year, it became more and more complex, bigger. So it wasn't just a day or a weekend; it became a week, right? And there were all sorts of activations all over the place. There was like the Juno Cup, where Jim Cuddy would have like hockey players, former NHLers and Canadian musicians playing hockey.
Do you know who Jim Cuddy is? Come on, please. Blue Rodeo.
Blue Rodeo. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
so they would.
I don't know.
So it became bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then and there were all these parties, which meant all the restaurants and the bars were spinning up and having a great time, and you know, proclamations by the mayors and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But then it goes to Hamilton, and the party's fine, like the show's fine. And as soon as the show was over, everyone got in their SUVs and trekked back to Toronto for the after parties.
Yeah.
I was like,
Really?
but from what I understand, the reno to the
Hamilton.
I haven't been.
It's not Cops Coliseum anymore.
TD Coliseum.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Coliseum.
Apparently, it is next level.
It's deadly,
It's
man. They got a
next
Matty
level.
Matheson restaurant that's open
Yeah.
week round.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go for a game. You can just walk in the
It's
order
open, baby.
restaurant. I
No,
like
but
that.
seriously, though.
No, Maddie's great.
No, but seriously, though, our guest today, you may recognize him from Canadian Idol, from E-Talk. He now has his nationally syndicated radio program. He's also the son of our 18th Prime Minister. He has interviewed movie stars. He has rubbed shoulders
Beyonce,
with
Lady
with
Gaga.
presidents. And today, he's rubbing shoulders with us, baby.
The Bishop Brothers.
No, but seriously, though, Ben Mulroney.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And he's in the stew. Where did you drive from?
I drove from Midtown Toronto.
Dude, I was
During the FIFA World Cup, mind you. This
Yeah.
guy is the best guy ever. That's amazing. Ryan Seacrest would never
No,
do that.
no, Ryan Seacrest would.
Would he?
Ryan
Okay,
Se-
I apologize, Ryan.
I wanted to hate Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, did you?
I mean, he's like 5 foot nothing, but he's 7 feet tall when he stands on top of his mountains of money.
Yes.
And I was next to, like, shoulder to shoulder with him on the Oscar red carpet for years, because he was the host. He was the host on E, and because CTV owned the broadcast rights
Right.
for Canada, the only two networks that could go live were ABC and CTV, which meant that was the order that we went in. So it went ABC, CTV, and then E, and then everybody else.
Wow.
And you can always tell how nice somebody is, by how nice they are to the people they don't have to be nice to.
Sure.
And he was nice to everybody.
We
and
call it-
genuinely.
We call it shaking the janitor's hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we call it popping the janitor. Like, we're always trying to make the janitor laugh.
You got to make the janitor laugh.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
make the CEO laugh. You can make
Yeah.
whoever, the model laugh. But if a guy's not making the janitor laugh, it's like, does he really want it? Is that really what he's about?
Yeah.
We make the janitor laugh. We shake the janitor's hand.
Oh,
right?
yeah, you have to. I mean, when you liked a couple of our clips,
Yeah.
and I sent it to my brother. I go, dude, Ben Mulroney likes our clips.
Yeah.
And I messaged you. I'm like, you got to come on the pod.
I
You're
was
like,
sure.
all right.
Yeah.
I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Very
so
cool.
I know it's hard to go back and forth. It's so many balls in the air these days, but I'm glad we
yeah.
made it happen.
No,
Oh,
dude.
it's
And
awesome.
how's your show going?
I think it's going okay.
I
Yeah.
see the clips all the time. They're
Yeah.
doing crazy online.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we look. It's me and my producer Mike, and we've got our board operator, and Amy does the video for us. But
Does your board operator have CTE like ours?
Does Amy have CTE?
No, Amy does not have CTE.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Not confirmed.
Unconfirmed.
Die
Yeah,
first.
that's
So
true.
they can-
Yeah.
they can see.
No, we sit around. We send each other clips and tweets and things, articles that we read, and we go based on what we find interesting.
Right.
And it seems like what we find interesting is what our audience finds interesting.
Yeah.
And so we don't really ask ourselves, now, what could we do to get the ratings up or
For
anything
sure.
like that? And so it's served us well so far.
That's what we say, man. It's about having a good time.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
having some beers with your brother and the host of Canadian Idol. That's just a good time.
It's just crazy to me. Like the other day, we had a clip do like 15 million views, and it's like,
Yeah.
man, it's just me and my brother getting drunk in my basement. And imagine 15 million people are watching.
and
it.
this
It's crazy.
basement's not even finished.
No.
know.
I know it, the
I think
illusion presents it as
that's
it is.
the appeal, though.
Yeah,
Right? It's a work in
100%.
progress. It's like, what's it going to be? Much like the pod. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, dude. Our pod is like Wayne's World meets like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. Like we've been having a great time doing it, and like we were talking before, how weird is it to come and there's just a picture of your dad signed on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, not so weird for me.
Not for
like I
you.
told you, I got a tattoo with his
there,
handwriting.
Yeah, he was the man. So
Yeah.
CJ didn't know this, but I used to write a lot of letters to politicians because I'm a big old school.
Because he's really cool.
No,
Because he fucked so many girls.
Yeah.
He got bored of fucking chicks. So he's like, I'm going to start writing letters to Prime Minister to see if they respond.
No, the chicks would come over and be like, is that a Calvin Coolidge? Is that Benjamin Harrison's signature? All right. That's how you get them all greasy
Hey,
up.
listen, when I was a kid, I had a stamp collection, I had a train collection, I had a comic book collection. So I was having probably about the same amount of sex as you. And I had police follow me wherever I went.
You're
So
very
I was,
good looking also, though. There's that kind of,
Yeah, but a lot of it has to do with game, and I had no game. Like no game. Until I
They
was
come up to you and
19,
then they go,
20.
"Whoa."
No, I had no idea. I had no idea what I was doing.
Oh,
You're
yeah?
also super tall. That makes me mad how tall you are. Because I was like,
How
you're
tall
expecting
did you think I was?
Well, you expected like it's like a Ryan Seacrest thing, like Tom Cruise. He's like
Oh.
he's a charismatic guy,
Right.
very handsome, apparently, according to my wife. And you're like 6'3".
6'2".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
No,
Well, he says
Well,
he's
but back
6'2",
when I
though.
when I was on back when I was on TV, they'd say I'd meet people and they'd say, "Oh, you're so much taller." I was like, "Well, that's because on TV I'm this big."
Yeah.
And, yeah. But
They ever make you like crouch down? Did you ever have like an insecure short actor who was like, come down a little bit?
that's no, because we're always sitting. in those things.
Okay.
But I
that's
met
the
Tom
key.
Cruise a bunch of times. He's a very nice guy. Like
Yeah.
listen, there's a conversation to be had about Scientology.
Did
That's
he try
not
to convert you?
That's
Yeah.
not, no, that's not mine to tell. But like I went to Spain
Okay.
to do a junket for actually one of the few bad movies he ever made, Night and Day, with
Okay, I don't
Cameron
even-
Diaz.
Yeah,
right?
I remember
And part of the junket was Tom Cruise is on a motorcycle, and Cameron Diaz is driving the member of the press through the streets of Barcelona. And she's drifting and all this stuff. And you got cameras tricked out everywhere. And at the end of it, I told him during the interview that I was expecting twins, or my wife was expecting twins. And so when we got the next day when we were doing that stuff,
Oh, wow.
he comes up to me. He says, "Hey, I'm going to be in Toronto for like the summer because my wife, Katie Holmes at the time, is doing a made-for-TV, like a miniseries. And I'd love to know what I can do with my daughter." And I said, I don't like to presume that I'm going to be best friends with these guys. I was like, listen, tell me who on your team I can contact, and I'll put a whole list together for you of all the places you can go, of all the people you can trust and all that stuff. People who like let you in the back way or close the
Right.
restaurant
The
down.
hookups.
Yeah, but like the zoo. Who can you call at the Toronto Zoo
Right.
if you want a private tour? And anyway,
Sean
so
Murdy.
so I send this to him and to his sister, who is his point person. And then after the boys were born, Jess calls me and she's like, "Who's T and K?" I was like, I have no idea. It's like, why? It's like, because we just got what has to be thousands of dollars worth of toys in like the equivalent of a tickle trunk.
Wow.
And with the boys' names on it, and it was just overflowing with stuff, and it was him thanking me for doing that.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah, it
I've
was
heard
really
that before. He does that.
Yeah.
He
What a
remembers
legend.
everybody.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
When he's talking to you, you feel like you have his complete attention, even if it's for just 1 minute or two. And it's if you're on a red carpet, he's locked in on you. And and people like to joke about, it's got to be. It's not creepy. You actually feel seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have a power to him? Does it? Oh, actually, what I want
He's a movie star, right? Like movie stars. I mean, think as a star, they have their own gravity to them.
Yeah.
You gravitate towards them.
Because people watching him. Everyone must just be watching him as he walks around. It's insane.
Yeah.
There's levels for sure, right? And he would be.
Oh yeah.
Who would be up there with him that you've met?
George Clooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, George Clooney. But he also admits that I think he's who he is, and he's successful the way he is because he only got famous in his like mid 30s, maybe early 30s. You know, he told me once. He said, if I had gotten famous in my as a teenager, he said I would have been shooting heroin in my eyeballs.
Oh wow,
like,
really?
But so once he got it, he appreciated it, right? There's that sense of arrested development. If you get famous too early, too young,
you're that person.
You're
forever.
that person forever. Yeah,
for sure. That's
Macaulay
why the child
Culkin.
stars. Yeah, exactly. No,
Yeah.
you. There's a lot of people like that.
Did you dig through the Tom Cruise toy chest, and at the bottom of it was there like an L. Ron Hubbard book, and you're like, Tommy.
Yeah.
Let me just give it a chance.
No, there was a plushie of Xenu, right?
We got to get a Xenu plushie for the studio.
Xenu plushie is on the Amazon wish list now,
Absolutely,
for sure.
dude.
But look that up, boy. You need a Xenu plushie. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I went on my walk last night, and I was thinking about like what we were going to talk to you about. I was like, man, this guy has stories for everybody. I was like,
we went through the list. You went through the list on the phone with me, and you were like, he went through the list, and I was like, are you just reading like the top celebrities on Earth through time? It was like
the Forbes 100 list.
Lady Gaga, Beyonce, Tom Cruise, George Clooney. You went to camp, or you went on a summer vacation with George W. Bush?
Summer vacation? No,
Summer vacation.
What was it? No, what was it? Come on, you told me.
I mean, that would have been fun, right? But no. Especially the George W. Bush version, like when he was in college.
HW was his dad's close working partner.
Yeah, well, they were great friends.
Yeah,
they were great friends beyond politics. When George Bush Sr. Lost the election, our family was his final guests before he left at Camp David. So he spent the weekend at Camp David, which is cool.
So was W there? That's what I was.
That's pretty close. Come on, I'm pretty
close. I met George W. when he was the part owner of the Rangers.
How you been? Come here, Ben.
Yeah. And they played. I think they were the first game at Sky Dome. I think they were the first game at Sky. So my dad and George Bush Sr. threw out the first pitch.
Oh wow!
So we were there for that.
He would have still been prime minister at that time.
Yeah. And Dad got booed. Dad got booed big time.
That was a bad time for your dad.
And then the press said, "Mr. Prime Minister, what'd you think of the booing?" He said, "Well, I thought that was shameful. The president flies all the way in, and that's how they welcome him."
That's funny. Yeah. That's a good bit.
Yeah, you just lost the Clinton, man.
I forgot prime ministers can do bits. I didn't think they could, but that's a great prime minister.
That was less prime minister and more sort of Irish guy.
Okay, yeah.
Are you like an Irish citizen?
No.
Carney is.
that was very weird when did he say he got in front of a podium and he's in Europe and he said, "I'm so happy to be home. It's nice to be home."
Dude, the guy's just collecting citizenships like Thanos. He's got every citizenship.
He's got the citizenship gauntlet.
Yeah, he's gonna clap when he gets Cambodian citizenship. He's gonna clap everyone away.
It's 50% of Canadian. Hey, that might not be bad. That might be good.
Yeah, dude. Like,
can we pick? No.
What are your thoughts on Carney?
That's crazy, by the way.
First of all, this guy's like the biggest political commentator in the country. Okay, you're not gonna ask him about the prime minister.
I think he.
Usually, we talk about jacking off, just to be clear. So it's a bit of a pivot. We
can pivot to there.
We're gonna go in and out.
Do you think Carney jacks off enough or not enough? Like, it's crazy.
Hey, that's important. Men's Prostate Health Month is coming up. Okay. So there's a serious aspect to it, CJ. So sorry. Thoughts on Carney?
He benefits from the lowest expectations of any prime minister after Justin Trudeau. I mean, anyone was better after Justin Trudeau.
He was bad, man.
So the fact that he presents as different is great for him.
Yeah.
But I'm sort of done with presentation.
You're unfiltered now.
No, but it's a different kind of sizzle, right? Like there was the sizzle of the socks and the hair, and now it's the sizzle of the resume. But at the end of the day, I'm still seeing a lot of announcements and a lot of strategies, and I'm not seeing a lot of I'm not seeing a lot of results yet. Like they're not closing the loop on anything. I thought, at the very least, with Mark Carney, I said, look, I didn't vote for the guy, and his vision is not my vision, but he picked a lot of policies off the conservative tree, so that's okay. But at the very least, what's going to happen is every time he sees a headline in the newspaper, or he sees one of his ministers or someone from his caucus doing something idiotic that Justin used to let him get away with, he's going to haul them into his office, and he's going to say that doesn't fly anymore. That shit's not going to. We're not doing that anymore. You're wasting this money? No. We're closing that down. That line item is gone, and I haven't seen that. And I would have. He would have gone down a lot smoother if I had seen that. But instead, it's $1 billion for this and $500 million for that, and we're leaking like a sieve here with money that isn't even ours. So that's the disappointment. But I don't know. I'm in the minority.
Can you even balance a budget anymore?
No.
Like, is that even possible?
Well, listen, we're living in a time where we are so heavily taxed, but also heavily indebted. I mean, if you're this taxed, the last time we were taxed like this, I think, was under Jean Chrétien, but it was to balance the budget. Right. We're not even trying to balance the budget.
No.
And so I was listening to the Hub.ca. I don't know if you listen to those guys.
No.
Very, very smart group of people, Rudyard Griffiths and Sean Spear. And they said, we got to pick what we want to be. Do we want to be an innovation, a small government, lower taxation, incentivizing entrepreneurs, incentivizing creativity, incentivizing risk takers, or do we want to be big government, high tax? And if we are, then we have to have the ability to leverage those high taxes for those big government programs, so we can pay for all the things that everybody seems to want. But we've got the worst of both worlds right now. And nobody seems to be bothered by it, or not enough people.
It's amazing that literally, like, Tim would have been a better prime minister than Justin Trudeau.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well,
he was the
everyone has to watch anime.
It's like, all right, you know what? We have to watch anime. Yes,
everyone watches Full Metal Alchemist, and they have to like it.
Don't Full Metal Alchemist.
They have to like it.
Wait, what's Full Metal Alchemist?
Please,
Ben Mulroney, no.
Please, Ben, no.
It's anime.
It's just anime.
It's anime.
It's
yes.
I think I can describe
the adult virgin males tonic. There we go. Yeah,
there it is.
That screams I'm having a lot of sex.
Cool. Yeah, exactly.
You might as well write letters to presidents.
yeah. You watch that while you're writing those letters, basically.
Yeah, that's rough, dude. I did want to ask you. This is something I thought about the other day. Justin Trudeau's son, Xavier.
Yeah.
He's starting a music career.
Yeah.
Rapper.
Okay. I think Ben Mulroney has more of a perspective on that than anybody else.
Ben Mulroney should do a diss track on.
Oh
Xavier.
yes.
I'll make you a beat.
But he has the perspective of he was the prime minister's son. He grew up like that. He went into the media afterwards. What is that like? And do you have any advice for him?
No. I mean, how old is he? 17?
I think so.
Look, at 17, I had no idea who the heck I was. If his son at 17 is confident enough,
he's 18.
And 18 knows what his identity is and is willing, and that identity is being tested in the public sphere, knowing how unpopular his father is today.
Yeah.
I mean, that takes a lot of confidence, like a ton of confidence.
Imagine if
I have nothing. If my son were to do that, I would be exceptionally proud.
Yeah.
Like whether or not his music is not for me, I don't care. I don't even. It's not about that. It's about the courage and the confidence that his son has, and frankly, the best version of Justin is when you see him with his son.
Right.
Because people can relate to that.
Dadding out, yeah.
Yeah, like if he did more of that now, I think his people would think differently of him, or maybe a little bit, just around the edges.
He's like, no, I'm gonna just wear a sideways hat at Coachella.
I'm gonna have a red solo cup and be 48. Imagine his
he's
son.
More than that. He's 50, 55, I think. I'm 50.
I hate that I give him cool young guy credit. Imagine his son dropped a diss track on him called Blackface. That would be just crazy.
But that's what you got to do these days. Get the people talking.
People would go crazy for that.
Oh, they would love it.
Oh, well, no. Listen,
He used to do it when I was young too.
there is this. I don't understand how in this country with so many things that we are dealing with, I don't get how there are so many smart people fixated on Pierre Poilievre and supporters of Pierre Poilievre who haven't had the keys to the kingdom, haven't driven the car in over 10 years.
Yeah.
And yet they point to these guys as like, shouldn't you be looking at the guys who spent the money? Shouldn't you be looking at the guys who are in control of that stuff? It's shocking to me how much scrutiny those guys are under and not the people who have been in charge for over a decade now.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Where are you at with Pierre?
Listen, if after what happened in the last election, the U-turn and the roller coaster that we all went on from 20 points up to
That
down.
was crazy, eh?
I didn't predict
has that ever happened in history?
No. And anybody who said they predicted it is a liar.
Yeah.
So I'm not about to predict the next 3 years. And anybody who tells you they can predict the next 3 years after that, like, I mean, good luck to you. Stranger things have happened than people souring on the flavor of the day. And do I think that Mark Carney is going to succeed at everything he said he's going to succeed at? No prime minister does. And he set expectations so high that there's no chance he's not going to disappoint at least some people. And so I want him to succeed.
Yeah.
For all of our sakes.
100%.
We need it, man.
I would rather he succeed and the Conservatives not win the next election, so that we can all get to where we need to go. I would much rather
100%.
that than the alternative. What do I think is going to happen? I think he's going to underperform. I think people are going to sour on him to a certain extent, and a politician's popularity is dependent entirely on the alternative. And if Pierre can figure out a way to, we've seen glimmers of it. We've seen the statesman. We've seen the prime minister in waiting. If he can give us a year of that, with real discipline, and if he can allow, my humble opinion, I think he's got some really strong people on his bench. If he can let those people also be representatives of the party and voices of the party, to share that with him, then stranger things have happened than a 10-point swing in the polls.
I like Pierre.
What'd you think of the apple eating interview?
I loved it.
It was great.
I loved it.
I enjoyed it too. He got a lot of flack and people called him like a dick a lot.
But
I thought it was pretty baller.
I feel like he is a bit of a dick.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
It's okay to be a correct dick.
I don't need. Listen,
correct dicks are cool in my opinion.
Yeah.
We spent 10 years voting for the guy that we want to have a beer with. Or that's what it.
Or smoke a joint with
smoke a
for
joint
some of
with.
us.
That's more
whatever.
of like what it was. Yeah.
But-
For some of the one platform voters in 2016, like myself.
I don't care about whether the leader is a nice guy or if I'm going to be friends with them. I don't care. I want good policies.
Unless you're going to summer camp with them.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
But I don't care about that. I don't understand a certain type of voter in this country who thinks we have the luxury to add that to the list of things. It's not.
Right.
That's a nice to have.
Yeah.
It's not a must have. And only voters in this country voted voted for 85% of the same people got us into the mess. The guy at the top's different. A few of the other people are different, and call it a change election. It's crazy to me.
Look, I'll say this, and then we can move on to funny shit.
Really quick, I just want to say politically, I'm technically what's known as a dumbass. So
Yeah.
No,
for sure.
it's Dumas.
I'm enjoying
It's
this.
Dumas.
Okay,
It's French.
Alexandre Dumas, yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't vote for Carney. Everyone wanted change. I'm pleasantly surprised with him. I'll say that.
He
I think
voted
he's
for
done
Green
it.
Party.
Yeah, I'm a green. Elizabeth May, she just has it. She has the it factor, if you ask me.
He loves people who get super fucked up and go live.
I love Elizabeth May, baby.
Hey, you know what? No, don't pull me away. I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah.
But
Don't
I've
pull
been
me off the stage. I'm doing a podcast.
I've been pleasantly surprised with Carney. I think he's doing a good job, and
At what?
at bringing the
Nice.
reins back in. Okay, because we were off the rails. Like he's bringing
What are the reins?
he's bringing the party more to the center. Trudeau had moved it very far left.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
with Stephen.
Okay. So yes.
Yeah.
A good point. So he gets elected with this Trudeau band of merry
Yes.
men and women and other, and he says,
Marry people.
No, but he tells everybody, I can do all the things I said I was going to. I can bring the country back to a place of sanity with these people, right? And then what happens? He signs an MOU with Danielle Smith saying we're gonna build a pipeline.
Yeah.
And immediately thereafter, 13 members of his caucus, representing almost 10% of his entire caucus, write a letter. We still don't know who wrote it because the CBC is protecting their names, and they say, we have an issue with the country or with this party and how it's lack of focus on the environment. So, is that going to be a problem for him? I think it might. Like we don't even have shovels in the ground yet, and he already has sort of the environmental faction that was very happy under Trudeau unhappy. So the bargain that he struck with everybody that he's going to, with this team, I can get it done. There's no reason to think it won't happen yet, but there are hints that he's going to have a tough time keeping this group together. I mean, some of them could peel off and go to the NDP.
Well, I kind of like that.
What do you think about? I mean, like I said, political
question
dumbass.
coming.
Here we go
Guys.
from Mr. Dumas.
Why can guys betray their guys? Like if I roll Horde on World of Warcraft, I can't just switch to Alliance. Why can guys go from
Please,
conservative
CJ, shut the fuck up.
to Alliance or
That doesn't
liberal?
exist anymore. Yeah,
Why can they go to liberal? I feel like that's like betraying. You can't do that. Like when
So when
you
you're
gotta do a
elected
new-
as a conservative and you cross the floor.
Oh, the crossing of the
Yes.
floor.
Oh
That's what
damn!
he's-
You
well-
didn't know what I meant. That's
Oh,
what
no,
he's
I know,
talking about.
I-
I am a dumbass. Never played WoW.
Well,
That's right.
I mean, if Marilyn Gladu is to be believed, she suggested pretty heavily that if she wanted any money flowing into her riding, she would have to cross the floor. And
More like Marilyn Gladu ass. You know what
I
I mean?
like that. I kind of like a little bit of that. You got to have some of that in politics.
Chasing money.
Yeah, a little bit.
wait. You think that so you think that the rule should be
It's called pork.
whoever wins gets to whoever wins. We look at this country, and all the red ridings get the money, and all the blue ones are punished.
I mean, let's not
Because that's what it is. You're
let's not pretend that that's not happening is what I'm saying. And especially in the States too, with the pork barrel spending.
yeah,
and
that's
like,
not here. That's
I
not
know, but
supposed to be.
it happens here too.
Yes, but to induce somebody to switch parties.
Yeah.
Listen, it's the system we have. I'm not putting it on trial. It's just not. It's not a good look for me.
Yeah,
I
is
don't
that
like.
chill,
Definitely not
do
a
you
good
think?
look.
Like,
And-
you
and-
think you should be able to do that or no? It seems crazy to me.
Look, we've had the system like this forever. I didn't really complain when the shoe was on the other foot. I'm not going to complain now.
Speaking of shoes, why are your shoes so dirty, man? Like, couldn't you wear some nicer shoes today? Or like, put your feet down, man.
I cut the grass. I cut the grass, and then I hosted a 40-person first birthday.
How was
Luden's
that?
here.
How
It was
was
great.
Yeah.
It was good. Did
Were
the
you drinking
burgers.
throughout?
No, I wasn't actually, and I
that's a
wasn't
bad
even.
move.
I wasn't even smoking weed pen, which is the
I
craziest
literally
thing.
said to him, I was like, please
Yeah.
don't drink before this show.
No,
He's like,
no.
no, he was good.
I got real baked though.
Yeah, okay.
Did
good,
you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At a 1-year-old's birthday
No, no,
party?
no, 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 no. After.
Oh, okay, okay.
Everyone had left. Everyone had
Okay,
left.
if CPS is listening, everyone is left. We're good. Do you have a Ronald Reagan story? I was thinking about that.
I only met Ronald Reagan once, and it was at the airport in Ottawa, and I bumped into him, and I looked up, and there he was. And
Hey,
he
kid.
he was like a redwood, like he was enormous
Yeah.
from my perspective as a kid. But then, on the 20th anniversary of his passing, I was invited to go to the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and sit and do a fireside chat underneath his Air Force One,
Oh, sweet.
because they built the hangar around it,
Oh, wow.
and so we're sitting
Wait,
there.
sorry. Do they all get their own plane? They
No,
retire?
no, but the one he had was being retired.
Just
Yeah,
coincidentally.
yeah.
Okay.
And so and they had his Marine one, which is his helicopter.
Mm.
And anyway, so I sat with one of his speechwriters and Margaret Thatcher's daughter, and we talked about the special relationship between the three of them. So that was cool.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
And the next day was the 80th anniversary of D-Day, so they did a big celebration there. And I'm a history freak, so I
me too,
love being
buddy.
there. Yeah.
Margaret Thatcher, ever meet her?
Yes, I did.
That's nuts.
After she left politics, she came up to Harrington Lake, which is the country home of the Prime Minister, and she spent a little time with us there.
So, foreign leaders coming and just hanging out. What do they talk about? Do they just hang out and drink wine or?
Well, my
have
dad didn't
tea?
drink. He gave up cold turkey in I think 1974 75 or 76. Yeah.
How come?
Because he was an alcoholic.
He was Irish.
yeah.
But he also alcoholic, but he
Hey there, laddie, I'm gonna be prime minister one day.
No,
it's
no.
not what Brian
I talk
Mulroney
like this,
sounds
but once I quit drinking, I'm gonna sound like a Canadian.
he knew that if he kept drinking, he would never be prime minister. He couldn't get there.
But he wanted to be. He
Whoa.
knew that he wanted to be prime minister like early.
Oh, he knew. Yeah, very early.
Interesting.
Yeah. He wanted to be in politics and he wanted to be prime minister and
Dave wanted to be prime minister.
I did,
Actually,
I
maybe
did
you could pull
enter-
the video
Yeah.
up.
I don't think it's online anymore, but I did enter the Canada's Next Great Prime Minister.
It's on
My dad
YouTube.
was one of the judges on that show.
Oh,
Well, I got a bone to pick with him because I was out in the first round.
that's why you're
What was
writing
your
the letters.
What was your platform?
I can't remember, but I remember I was wearing a. Do you remember the video?
Look up on YouTube. It might be under the username Max Bishop. It's our childhood dog. Dave
it's so
Bishop,
embarrassing.
next great prime minister. is
Canada's
the
next
video.
great prime minister.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
Oh man, I forgot I did that.
Hola, I'm actually going to be the prime minister of England. I'm the next great British prime minister. Of
Yeah,
course, it's
whatever.
Canadian.
Yeah. So I was into that stuff as a kid, and then I was like, I just became.
One
a
of them
degenerate.
is filmed in my room on a one.
I got to see this now.
Sure, try and find it, Tim, and we'll keep talking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was super.
Tell them
into
about
that for
what
sure.
it was though. The competition.
I don't know. It was a CBC
It was
competition.
a CBC show. Yeah.
So
yeah.
even back then, I was like, well, I'm not going to win this. We know who's going to win this.
It was like
Yeah.
oh
And-
six.
oh, look, I was right, by the way. But I was like, I was into that stuff at the time. I was the Ontario Junior Citizen of the Year.
Yeah, no, listen. I loved. I was in debate club. To go with my train collection
Yeah.
and my stamp collection.
Oh,
You got a
yeah.
rule
Yeah.
of threes, that
Oh,
no
yeah.
pussy
Oh
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Was your dad
absolutely.
like pushing you? Like,
No,
hey,
no.
work hard.
No. No. The two rules were find something you love doing and do it
Mm.
as well as you can. And I remember my brother called me up
Make
because
a video to respond to the question.
Yeah,
Did you
pull
find it?
Up,
This
pull
is-
it up.
yes,
It's not very good quality. It's in my room. For some reason, he wanted to wear
That's
a dress
terrible.
shirt and a toque.
Where's the lighting?
He has a toque on
What'd
with
you-
a dress shirt.
Where's the did you
This is in my room. It's painted orange. It was
but
my
did you
favorite
think like
color.
you want like to keep an air
Wow.
of mystery or something like what's going on? Looks like
This
a,
this
looks like a
actually-
hostage video.
So pause real quick, Tim. This actually is a response to someone who criticized his video. So this
Oh.
isn't the original, but he's
oh,
saying
this
How
is
many-
him going back.
Oh, 900 people watch this?
901.
that's got great
No.
views.
901.
That's
Dave
crazy.
Bishop's Canada's next prime minister
Oh,
response
no.
one.
So
and no comments. Well, we're commenting here.
He makes a point about how actually I think the immigration, Sam Deep, that you're not actually right about that, and
I
he
can't
goes
remember
into it.
anything. Turn it on. Am I going to get canceled for this?
And Dave,
No, you're good.
you couldn't tuck in your shirt?
Hey everyone, I just thought I'd make a video to respond to the questions and comments I've got. So far the response has been overwhelming, but firstly Aaron, I'd like to respond to your questions. First off, you said on the issue of Afghanistan that I wasn't being entirely clear with my solution. I'd like to make clear that I don't want to remove all the troops we have in Afghanistan. Instead, I want NATO to fill
This
in
took 15
for us
takes.
as we withdraw our troops. And I want Canada to remain the driving force in Afghanistan, even with a smaller contingent.
What a
I'm
stupid
sure
answer
that Barack
that is.
Obama, the recently elected
Recording
U.S.
yesterday.
president, will fill in the troops, as he has vowed to reduce the United States troops in Iraq. and move
Pause.
them
All right, so
He
this,
kept
this
getting
right
caught
this is right after Barack Obama was elected. So what, 2008,
This would have
2009?
been, yeah, 2000, probably
Up-
2009.
Yeah.
November
Yeah.
2008.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. He just got elected.
Yeah. Well, that seemed quite measured. That didn't seem like a
There
crazy
you
idea.
go. That's pretty
Huh?
good. He's
Yeah.
going to talk about
Yeah.
that later.
I mean,
in
I think it
life.
would
feeling pretty good
I think
now.
it would have
Yeah.
gone over better if you tucked in your shirt, if we could see your face.
Yeah.
You know,
Turned on any light.
turned on a
Also,
light. Exactly.
I'm thinking that we should start bombing mail offices.
Yeah.
I'm going to start mailing bombs.
I mean, it,
You
does,
look like the
it does
Unabomber.
have a Unabomber quality to the video. Yeah.
I'm thinking the
But my-
institutions need to pay.
My fear is like the response has been overwhelming, and I'm looking 0 comments.
It's a response, Ben. It's a
Oh,
response
man.
to all the comments. They
Yeah,
viewed
dude.
it and they said, "Well, good response. I don't need
Yeah,
to
no,
comment."
yes, we're done. Yes, well done. You
Hey,
you
one
satisfied.
like.
You answered all my questions, Dave. Thank you. No comments. No notes.
900 views on a 2008 video. If you do like the math on that on a video today, that's like 400,000 views.
We should continue to be the driving force in Afghanistan. It's embarrassing.
That's actually not what I said, Aaron. I didn't say that.
So tell me, you never thought you're going to be prime minister?
Me, no.
Never.
Really?
Not
No,
never.
No, I saw my look for the same reason I didn't become a lawyer. I saw friends in law school who were passionate about it, and they viewed themselves as like. I mean, it was their responsibility to steward the law forward. Like it's a living, breathing thing, and it required passionate people to make sure that it would go in the right direction. They would. I saw words on a page, and so that's why I was asked to be on TV, and I gave it a whirl. Figured I'd do it as long as I could, and I did it for long time. But you have to love what you do, and I was lucky enough to stumble into something that I ended up learning on the job, and I think I got okay at it, and that I really enjoyed. And then from that I pivoted into radio and realized I liked that better.
Well, how many faces are there that have the media and the political thing, though? You know what I mean? Like that's...
Buddy, I refuse to believe this guy's not going to be the prime minister.
I'm not going to be the prime minister.
He was
Super
very
handsome,
adamant
super
on the
tall.
phone.
He's like
Those are
an
the two
amazing,
criteria.
like an amazing talker. He has a huge following. He's politically motivated.
Just describing a good wrestler, by the way. Amazing talker.
Yeah.
He's good on the mic. He's good in the ring.
His fucking spear is crazy. Ben Mulroney's
Should
from
see
the
Ben
top
Mulroney's
rope.
finisher, dude.
It's
Yeah.
nuts.
No, I'm sorry, but I
Next
refuse to believe
Saturday in the ring.
I'm just saying, man. It seems weird to me. That's all.
No. Listen, I've always said if look, I just started doing the radio thing in this incarnation, this version of it, a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I'm just getting started. I don't even know what I don't know what I don't know. So I got to keep doing this. I'm having too much fun. But if I ever ran for any elected office, it would be mayor of Toronto.
Okay.
Oh, I would love that.
And folks, he's going to announce it right here on the pod. Isn't your sister the attorney general?
No, she was. She
Okay.
was, and she just resigned.
Okay.
Yeah, she resigned from politics.
She's done.
She's done. She left Doug Ford's office, and that was I believe her first portfolio. She was then she was a minister of transport.
Okay.
And
Good thing you said port there. I was like, wait, what? Do
Trudeau
we have one of those?
Trudeau put it in. Yeah.
We got one
and
of that?
she
That's
she was she was the minister of Francophone Affairs,
Okay.
and she was the head of the Treasury Board. And so but she was there 8.5 years, and she's done.
Why'd she dip? Doug Ford, he's pissing everyone
No,
off.
she was 8.5 years, a long
She
time.
just shot her.
And in
She's like, I'm
politics,
good.
I mean, 3 elections, 8.5 years. And
Politics and
the-
dog
my
years
si-
are the same.
My sister is her entire life. She has been. There's no person like her I've ever met. Where if she has a goal, if she's okay, I'm going to do something, she will do it with 100%. 24 hours a day, she will not stop.
Damn.
If she needs to learn a file, she will learn a file. She does it with her whole body and soul. And then so if she says she's done, it's because she's got nothing left in the tank.
When your dad was under siege near the end of his stewardship, like prime minister, was he stressed out?
No.
Real
He didn't
quick,
care?
real quick.
No, it's not that he didn't care.
What's under? Guys were trying to blow him up.
Well, he had.
No,
I don't know if they were as low as Justin Trudeau, but his poll numbers
Yeah,
were
they're very low. Very low. But Dad always said he wanted to run, serve 2 terms.
Okay.
And then he wanted to leave. And he also believed, and he said it a bunch of times, that political capital is meant to be spent. If you leave,
Sounds like fucking Dave, man.
If you leave, that was his platform.
crazy.
That was his platform.
That's this guy's
Yeah.
fucking motto.
Yeah.
Use the fucking social
Use
credit.
it or lose it.
He said, if you leave office of your own volition and you're still popular, then you probably did something wrong.
Wow.
Because the hard decision.
that sounds like a comedian. Because they say, like, if you make more than 70% of the room laugh, you're hack. So it's like you got to have some people.
I don't
hate
believe
you.
that's true.
Some people.
I worked at Just for Laughs for 3 summers. I know a lot of stand-up comics.
Guy's not even a comedian. He's more successful than me in comedy. Fuck. So annoying.
No, but I know. I know what you mean, though. You definitely want to be.
There needs to be some contention
There
in your art. Right?
Absolutely. If that's your type of comedy, or some comedies like is Jim Gaffigan going to do that? No.
Sure,
And-
you're
and-
right.
and
He can
he's-
pop the whole room, no problem.
Yeah, he's made vanilla an art form. And speaking as Mr. Vanilla, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an insult. That's his brand. He doesn't swear, and he finds a way to but if you are the guy who's known for getting close to the line, be it for politics or relationships or men and women or racial stuff, then yeah, you have to be willing to cross the line and live there.
You're not Mr. Vanilla anymore, by the way. I can feel the edge coming
Oh
off.
yeah,
I see
there's
his
moose
clips,
tracks
buddy.
over here, dude. You
I
got
see
you
his
got
clips.
some pralines and cream leaking into the
But it's not-
vanilla. It's a little bit
I mean,
maybe a
but-
spicy mint. I don't know.
But I don't think what I say is. I don't think I have hot takes, and I don't think it's dangerous to say the things I say. I don't think it's off color, and I don't think I'm outside of the mainstream at all. I mean, what am I actually advocating for? I'm advocating for politicians to respect that we are the ones who hand them the money. That what we're don't call. Jesus, if I hear one more politician they call everything an investment.
Yeah.
Just because it's my money doesn't make it an investment. Now, certain things are investments, like
Investments are supposed to go up.
No, but
That's the goal.
Yeah, but if you take our tax dollars and invest it in childcare, like a childcare program, almost every study says that's going to come back to society
Positively,
by 3x or 5x, because more people in the job market is a good thing. Like that's going to happen. That's it. That is something I would recognize as an investment. But I'm sorry. Crack pipes is not an investment.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not sorry. Like I don't like being talked to like I'm an idiot. And far too many times, I think we're really comfortable trusting our politicians in this country. It's historically that's one of the biggest differences between us and the United States.
Yeah.
You know, the Americans had a revolution because they didn't trust the people who were running the show. We, on the other hand, sort of buttressed against that and said, no, we're the royalists. We need the crown. We like the crown. And then they went, compare how they built out their country. They had manifest destiny. They believed that they were destined to take over the continent. So they sent the cowboys in, and then they sent people literally staked their claim to a piece of land. What did we do? We sent the Northwest Mounted Police in first. Thank you very much to the crown, and then we built the railway. Thank you, Sir John A.
Chinese
Macdonald.
guys, right?
No, but
Oh, him too.
Beat to it.
Well, he kind of made them do it. So both of them,
Yeah, equal. No, but I mean, there's gonna be a revolution in this country. Like you're a Gen X,
Well,
how?
says
We have
that.
no guns.
but okay,
Except well, the bad guys do, but we don't.
you're a Gen X. The millennials
Yeah.
and below.
Yeah.
How many of them have a house? How many of them have kids now? And like everybody I know, nobody's doing well.
Yeah.
And I think it's more of a global thing than people realize. But Canada specifically, you saw our GDP collapse
Yeah.
in the last 10, 15 years. It used to be on par with the U.S.
Yeah, it was
almost.
like a parallel track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's like nobody's doing well in this country.
No, I think so. I think I don't know a lot about certain aspects of politics, so I'm loath to suggest stuff. I wonder whether in the last election, one of the reasons that the Tories one of the reasons the Liberals were so comfortable stealing a lot of their ideas is, and I don't want this to be taken out of context, is maybe they weren't conservative enough, and I mean small c conservative. Maybe what they need to do is do something, suggest some stuff that should have appeal across the board, but that the Liberals will never take. And for example, cut people's income tax if they have more kids. And I mean big time.
I mean, look what Hungary did.
Exactly, but cut it down. Cut it by no, don't go down to zero. We can't do that. But cut it by 75% if you have 4 kids.
I think
right?
you could go down to zero.
And,
I really do, because
but
there was no income tax in this country for how many years?
Yeah, but it's systemic now. It's built in.
I know, but we gotta.
There's one
claw it
other
out.
thing. They could use code MyBookie on mybookie.ag.
True, I didn't think of
code
that.
Bishop. They could use code Bishop on mybookie.ag for the bet back bonus. Save your first bet. Get your money back if you lose it. But you have to use code Bishop on mybookie.ag.
That's BISHOP. The World Cup is on, guys. Please enjoy and play responsibly.
Maybe you can bet on the next election. What would you think, Ben? Anyway,
Yeah.
mybookie.ag.
Anyways,
Sorry about that. Thank you so much, Ben.
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
No, because think about what that would do. That would incentivize young Canadians, employed young Canadians, because it's about income, right?
It didn't work in Hungary, though.
No,
it didn't work, and it's not working anymore.
But then we'll look at it and see how can we tweak it to make it work.
I don't know how you solve the fertility crisis, because it's happening everywhere. It's happening in India.
It's not happening. No, you know the one country where it's not.
Nah.
The one developed country where it's not happening is Israel. Young Israelis are having kids, a lot of them.
And I wonder why, because they have a siege mentality there.
Yeah.
Like
That's why.
Is that why?
That's why.
I mean, South Korea is like done. Nobody's having kids in South Korea.
4F.
Yeah, is it the 4F movement? 4B.
4F.
Okay, I don't know. Tim?
4F. What's the 4F?
Oh, you haven't heard of this?
No,
They've
tell me.
been
Yeah.
a lot of people have been talking about how it might permeate into Western culture. I think it's the 4F movement. I don't know what it stands for, but it basically means the chicks go, we're not going to fuck anyone anymore. That's like the crux of the argument. Is
Yes.
that they go,
Essentially, yes.
no more dating guys, no more fucking
No more
guys.
dating.
Yeah,
it's
nothing.
it's
You-
So
you're
it's-
completely
it's
separate
It's
from
an
men.
abstinence movement.
yeah, abstinence
Due
of
to
men.
but it's got to be a reaction to something.
Well,
so
if
what's
you've
a
ever
political
have you been to
reaction?
Korea?
no, I haven't yet.
We've been to Korea,
Oh,
and it is a
dude.
totally like segregated society between men and women. It's 4B.
So
I was
We're,
right.
we're talking South Korea, right? Or have you
Yes.
been to North Korea?
Well, I did climb under a tunnel when I was technically in North Korea.
No, you didn't.
Okay,
my dad.
because it's true.
How?
They didn't make the tunnels big enough for him. They widened them out.
They
for
honestly
tourists.
looked at me. They go, "You don't have to
They-
go
Wait,
in."
okay, let me see.
When you're a big fat guy,
So,
okay, so
no
four-
sex with men,
yeah,
no
the
giving
4B.
birth, no dating men, no marriage with men. So, can you scroll back up? I want to read.
Biseku
So, the
Bisushan.
four no's, radical feminism movement that originated in South Korea. Oh,
Tim
It's
is
massive.
just doing such a bad
mean-
job. He's constantly scrolling and he's changing tabs.
yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so
Well,
basically, it's a tenant in South Korea where they say no more having sex with men, no more dating men. The proponents are not
all
having
right,
children
well,
with
have
men.
at it, man. Go
It
for
started from 2017 on a website called WOMAD, and it promotes misogyny.
It's
and
massive, by the way.
escalates gender conflict.
So basically, the political parties are built around men and women now
Yeah.
in South Korea. It's unbelievable. And then,
So we went in 2018, and when you go to a bar, and the bouncers will go, "Oh, you got a woman with you, buddy."
Yeah.
Go across the street.
no women or whites.
And then we went to and whites they have like a lenience for. They'll be
Yeah.
like 2. And so we got into this one bar. It's called a chime bar, which
Uh-huh.
is beer and chicken.
Yeah.
And it's all just drunk Korean businessmen with their ties
Are they
loose.
the karaoke bar?
No, they're just
There's a lot of
screaming in
that,
each
though.
other's face, drinking beers. They have
Okay.
these big beer towers they get with like 10 or 15 beers in them, and they all drink them. But they don't let women into these bars.
it's a completely segregated society, and also it's like elder honoring.
Yeah.
So you have to
Mm.
I would talk to a guy, be like, "This sucks." If a guy's older than you have to listen to him.
Steven?
Yeah, Steven was like, Steven was a kid
We
from.
had a cool westernized
Yeah.
Korean friend
Yeah.
when we went out there.
He went to school in Vancouver, and he was like, "Man, I want to go back to Canada so bad. I hate having to listen to what every old person says. Like, if they're stupid, you have to do what they say still."
He's like, you can't be mean to old people here.
Yeah, like it's so elder abuse rules. I'm like, Steven, I think you're a bad guy.
Did you see the what's his name? Louis C.K. has a new special.
yeah.
Do you see this? Do you see the ad for it? Because it says, "Well, we put our father in a home. He's 89, and that's because he was, he was too old to stop us."
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna like this special.
Oh, he's the best. That's
Louis
the
the
best,
best.
SNL opening of all time when he talks about pedophilia. He
Right,
talks
yeah.
he talks about how having sex with children is the worst thing you can do in society. The number one worst thing. You go to jail with murderers and robbers, and if you're a pedophile, they'll kill you.
Yeah.
The worst guys in the world will kill you. And he's like, so it must be so good.
Oh my, you did that on SNL?
Yeah, he's like, it must be so good because
That's
you know
insane.
how bad it is, and you still do it. I don't like it. They like it. Not me, but they must think like that. And it's
But see, that's the skill of a great stand-up, right?
That's what I mean,
To
yeah.
take something that should be.
and that's the Colin Quinn thing where it's 30% of people are probably not going to let
back
you.
to this.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
No.
Oh, let's talk about
No,
fucking legislation some more,
no,
dick.
because 15 years ago, it would be left there. Like that would be
Right.
it. People would be upset, and that was it. And now they, with social media and with their phones, and they mobilize, and if they don't like it, and if they're uncomfortable, you've somehow we've created this world where you have the right not to be offended.
Yeah.
That's not a right. That's not a thing.
We talk about
yeah,
that.
That's
how-
not. There's no such thing as the right to not be offended.
Right.
I don't know where it's written. It's not.
He has
But-
the same type of joke for like heroin. He's like, man, heroin must be fucking sick. The fact that people do it, they're like, I don't need a fucking house and family. I just need fucking this.
Yeah.
Did you kind of get canceled in 2020?
No.
What happened?
No,
What?
no.
I don't know the story.
No. A racial grifter decided to take advantage of the George Floyd moment,
Yeah.
and made up a complete fiction about my wife, and the country decided to bend over backwards and say, okay, well, here's our hero and here's our villain, and everything was taken from my wife overnight. Everything. Yeah. We don't have to get into that.
No, it was a mass hysteria.
They
event.
started digging up your backyard like it was a residential school. Like,
it was
looking for bodies. That's crazy.
The whole thing was made up. 100%. It did not happen, and we could not get the press to see, like, to talk about it. We said, this woman claimed that this entire thing happened over text and DMs, and I said, do you not find it odd that she hasn't ever presented the texts and DMs? She said she had the receipts, but none of you asked to see the receipts. Don't you find that weird as you're destroying this woman's life? And they said, no, because we have them. We would like for you to look at them, because what they show is not that this woman was abused by my wife's white privilege, but this woman was antagonizing my wife and threatening my wife. And so my wife said, if you're going to threaten me, I'll threaten you.
Okay.
And then she just showed that part. And so, that was that. What I noticed were there were some people I worked with who seemed to accept this lie and never came to me.
That's crazy.
And so I told someone I worked with, I sent a text or an email. And to be fair, I was under pressure. I'm watching my wife's life collapse.
Say drunk. Okay.
No, so I was typing out sort of a thing to this person I worked with, and I said, I saw that you liked this person's video on social media, and maybe you know this person, maybe they're your friend, maybe you didn't watch the whole video, but you clearly don't have the whole story. I'm assuming this person is my friend as well. And I said, so you might want to reconsider your like. Yeah. Now, that's how I heard it in my head. Yeah. And this person decided, chose to read it as a threatening email and sent it to HR. Now, despite that, I heard from the heads of the network that what I did constituted, quote, a parking ticket. But despite that, everybody at my old show, I don't know if it was everybody, enough of them lined up and said, we can't work with Ben anymore. I was like, and I promise you, I am not a sentimental person. I was like, fuck them. I'm done.
You're like,
no
Jeff
problem.
Daniels in the newsroom? Your whole team walked out? That's crazy.
I literally...
Fuck those guys. That's wild.
It took 2 seconds. I was like, this is clearly not my show anymore. I don't recognize it, so... See you later. Fuck you later. And I left. I went to do Your Morning exclusively, and that was like my little sea of normalcy with wonderful people who cared for me and had my back, and I will always remember them well.
Hell yeah.
And that was it. And then I left when it was time to leave. After 5 years of doing that, I realized stuff's not going to get better in TV. Like it's much like Canada today, managed decline. And so it was just a slow. You're waiting for the inevitable
Maybe you
day.
could get on CBC Gem. Have you thought about that? Get 6 viewers.
Not as a cis white man. I can't.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, we sent them something. They said, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, you were like, that was, like I said, the mass hysteria moment too.
Yeah.
And you're in Canadian entertainment and doing like, the people involved in that are going to be, they're going to buy into the latest trend of, okay, this is,
Oh yeah. And
listen,
I had to do that stuff too. I mean, I remember one day we had this, remember when Boko Haram went in there and kidnapped like 3 dozen little
CJ
girls?
doesn't?
I actually do remember that. They
And-
got all the child soldiers, or they tried to turn them into child
No,
soldiers.
no,
It's like
no,
a war group,
No,
right?
it was, but they
In
took
Africa.
they
It's
took
like
these girls.
a war group is
Or
a
whatever.
wild
Yeah,
but
statement.
they kidnapped a whole bunch of little girls.
A war group.
And so a whole
From a
bunch of
bus, right?
whole bunch of celebrities were writing send our girls back or something like that on their hands, and my producer's like, you got to write that on your hand and we got to do it for social media. I was like, I don't want to do it. It's like it feels so performative, but I did it anyway. I did not like doing it, but I had to. And there was that stuff was happening. Like, we're getting more political here on this show. It's the end of the day. It's 7 p.m. People want to hear about the stars and stuff.
Yeah.
But everything started getting political on the show, and
But obviously the hand saved them.
and the hand saved all the girls,
They all
right?
got
They're back.
rescued.
And so it just it started becoming something.
Okay.
It started becoming something I didn't want to do anymore.
No, you have to that. But I think that era is over. I think if it's not over, we're defeating
It's
it.
not
right
over
now.
here.
I know.
This
In the
is-
States is better for sure.
If that mentality has a last stand, it's going to happen in this country.
Right.
Literally, this show is coming out of the ground. We're doing it by ourselves in a basement in Burlington, and it's amazing how much we've received from people of being like, well, this is crazy. This isn't Canada. People thought this show was from New York City because
With
it's,
this accent?
we do
Hey,
have
you
bad-
ever driving down fucking First
hey,
and
guy.
Main?
Well, did you work on your Canadian accent? Did you ever have one? Because your dad didn't really have one, right?
No, well, dad spoke the way. I mean, he lived all over the place, and he was as comfortable in English as he was in French. And I think he absolutely sounded. He didn't sound American.
But he didn't sound like us, man.
But if he,
No,
if
no,
he was
no,
hanging
hell
out
no,
with fucking
no.
Gordie
He
Howe
didn't
and
fucking
Bobby
like
Orr,
Gordie,
was he hanging out with like
I went to
Gordie Howe
Cheers
and Bobby Orr?
with Bobby Orr.
Oh,
This
really?
is what I want to
Yeah.
talk to him about is celeb stories.
Yeah.
But you won't stop talking about comedy
yes.
crafting.
And
You're talking about
I was
the
in
law
Boston.
and
I was in.
stuff.
I was in Boston. Our family was in Boston. I think my sister was looking at Harvard, and so we hung out with Bobby Orr, and he's a friend of my dad's.
Yeah.
And we went to his car. He opened the trunk of his car, and he has like 100 of Bobby Orr versions of this.
Oh, really?
And Ted Kennedy said once, who represented Massachusetts in the Senate for for 35 years.
Yeah.
The only person who would have been able to beat him in an election would have been Bobby Orr. He never said no to an autograph. He always took pictures. And we went to Cheers. Wow. Yeah.
I almost got to meet him one
He's
time.
like, bitch, everyone knows my name here.
Yeah.
I almost got to meet
I'll
him.
go
when
to any bars. Cheers.
we were doing the cup, and I was supposed to go down for I was one of the keepers of the cup for 2 years, and we were supposed to go down to the 50th anniversary, maybe the 40th anniversary of the Boston Bruins 1970 Cup, and everybody was going to be there. I got to meet Bobby Orr, and then it got canceled because of COVID. But I did get to meet Phil Esposito. Did you ever
That's
meet him? Dude, he's the man.
Never met Phil Esposito, but
I love
at the
you're best
All-Star game,
around.
at the baseball All-Star game in '93 in Toronto,
Okay, yep.
my brother and I sat in the MLB skybox, sitting next to, oh gosh,
Daniel
Hockey
Day-
player?
no,
Daniel
no,
Day-Lewis.
I'll get there.
Slobodan Milosevic.
Ted Williams and Joe DiMaggio.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy because you think of Joe DiMaggio as like dying in
I thought he was like
1960.
400 years old.
No, but
I'm like, he was like the first baseball player, right?
but
He
listen, so-
invented
That's-
baseball.
Joe DiMaggio watched In
Yeah.
Living Color?
So-
That's crazy.
So the night before, we're sitting in Toronto, we're sitting in Ottawa, and my mom says to us, whatever you do, do not ask Joe DiMaggio about what it was like to be married to Marilyn Monroe.
So good.
And we're like, I didn't even know he was married to. But my
Oh.
brother Mark, who at the time was the world's biggest shit disturber, was like, note to self, and he did two things. One, he asked it exactly about that. And he said she was a really neat gal. But then
so good.
Sick term.
no, but listen,
I'm gonna call my wife that when I get home. Neat
And-
gal.
But then, so at one point, MLB is sending in boxes of baseballs, official All-Star Game baseballs that Ted Williams and Joe DiMaggio are supposed to sign for all the All-Stars. Mark, who at the time must like 12 or 13 or something, decides he's going to present as a middleman between MLB and these two legends. And he goes to the door, gets the boxes, and brings them to the two men.
So good.
And in the process, after they sign them, he takes one ball from each box. So we have sitting in a vault
Very
somewhere.
Dave.
We
vibe.
gotta get Mark on the
Yeah.
pod.
Is he your older brother?
No, he's my younger brother.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We gotta
Let's
get
go.
Mark
Oh
on the
yeah,
pod.
it was
It's a CJ move.
it was incredible. And so we've got two or three balls.
legendary.
We got 2 or 3 signed balls from them in a vault somewhere because of my brother.
That's the best.
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh
yeah.
man.
I wanted to ask you too, Prince Harry's wedding, what was it like?
I mean, it was fun. No,
Wait, with Meghan Markle?
Yeah.
You went to Meghan Markle and
my
Prince Harry's wedding?
my sons were the groomsmen. They held her.
You didn't
No, find the picture. There's a
find the
picture.
pictures.
Find the picture of the of them walking
Dude,
in
this
the
guy was at Prince Harry's wedding and he's in the stew.
and my daughter was a flower girl.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So if you look, where's it?
the
They're in that.
bridal party.
They're in one of those pictures.
That top left,
Yeah,
top
top
left.
left. They're in that picture.
They're in that picture?
Yeah.
With the
Wait,
queen?
is that
Yeah.
the queen?
See, look. Yeah. See,
the Queen of
see,
England.
my son is. My daughter's on the bottom left, and to the kid directly to the right is my son Brian, and John is over there on the right, and over there,
The furthest on the end.
furthest on the end.
I like
there.
him. He looks kind of like Jon Snow. He kind of looks like
He does kinda look like
no
Jon
offense,
Snow.
the bastard.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's not what you call a guy.
No. He was the best character in Game of Thrones.
Oh my
he
God.
was the best
Look,
character
Mom
in Game
is
of
putting
Thrones.
her hand up to her mouth.
I
That's
actually
was the best
I
character.
never watched Game
That's
of Thrones.
insane.
Okay,
I tried. There was
all
too
you
much.
need to know was
there
he was
was-
the best
there-
character.
good.
There was too much brother sister fucking.
Jon
I-
Snow
Not
did
for
none of
me.
it.
Not-
Jon Snow did
Not
not.
Mulroney.
Jon Snow did. Wait, what?
Not for me. Okay, yeah, that's crazy. That's
Wait,
kinda-
hold on. Did you ever talk to her, the lady in green?
Did you talk to the
Queen.
queen?
I met the Queen a few times.
You met the queen.
So what was it like for me? I actually had no, like I was
Wow,
a
that's
guest.
insane.
I was just a guest at the wedding.
What's up, bitch?
So but
Hey, yo.
because my
Hey, you go to dap the queen.
She hits it too. Like she hits a perfect
There's a full
dap.
handshake,
She
like-
has
like,
the
she's like, all right.
snap.
She's like, all right, homie.
She has a snap. Starts crip walking. Just
She had a sense of humor, but I don't know if it went that far.
Yeah.
she like cows. You ever seen the video where she sees cows?
What did she say?
Cows.
She's like my
Pull
son,
it up.
my 5-year-old, my
Yeah.
4-year-old.
I swear to God.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Was
so-
she nice?
Sorry, Ben Mulroney was going to tell you about the queen.
Right.
Okay?
No,
well, you're
no,
riffing.
you wanted to know what the wedding was like for me.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
It's just her seeing cows.
The preserver of rare breeds. From the Royal Farms in Windsor Home Park, the Jersey, and the Red Sussex.
That is great.
Yeah, she's very
She
excited.
seemed like a very
Wait, is that
nice,
Prince
interesting-
Andrew?
No,
that's Prince Philip.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know.
Yeah,
Go
I
somewhere else.
I know him. Politically, I know him. That guy. I know what he did.
no, that's Prince Philip.
Okay.
Sorry.
He's our
Yes.
guy now.
No, that was her husband.
yes,
man.
they both passed away.
No.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yes, R.I.P. to the
Pour one
queen,
out.
to our regent. Sorry, Ben. Continue.
Oh no, I think we're past it.
Okay.
I think we've moved way
No,
past
I-
it.
I-
I think
I really do want to know.
no,
what the
seriously.
queen was
though.
I
like.
know.
No, but seriously though.
no, but hold on. Can you look up? Oh shoot. Oh yeah, look up. Boy smiling. Royal wedding, Meghan Markle, or something like that.
Don't
And you'll
mess
see.
this up, Tim.
No, because this is actually okay. Is it?
Ben is a
Okay,
pro
see that kid in the
Googler,
back.
by
the
That
way.
one right down
Page
there. See that kid down there?
Yeah.
See
where?
see down the bottom one there?
Middle, bottom,
Middle. Yeah.
behind Meghan Markle
yeah.
doing a
And-
Insidious style thing.
Okay. So there's actually like
Do you remember that movie?
So they turned that into a meme, right? And
Okay.
Because when they walked in, he smiled like that, but when I was sitting as a guest. I had
so
nothing to do
cool.
but sit. All the kids had work to do, and my wife had work because she was helping with the styling. And so I was sitting as a guest. And the day before we were doing a run through. They said, well, Ben, you're going to be sitting here. And I was like, Jesus. I know TV well enough to know I'm going to be on camera the whole time.
Oh,
I know
you're
where they're
in
going to be
the-
standing. I was like, shit. Okay, so my mom's going to watch, and she's going to be like paying attention to make sure I'm not fidgeting or making sure I'm not biting my nails or picking my nose or looking at my phone. So I didn't bring my phone in because if when you're nervous or
You're at a fucking royal wedding. I would throw my phone in the
no,
garbage.
no. So I
I
left
put it in the safe in the hotel.
I left it in the bus that took us from the hotel, and I didn't see any of this because this was at the front of the church.
Okay.
And I finally get back into the bus, and I called my mom, and she says, "Ben, what is a meme?" And I told her, and she said, "Well, they say that Brian is a meme." So I looked it up, and I saw this, and I asked him. I said, "Why did you do that?" He said, "Because when the doors opened, they played the trumpet. He'd never heard the trumpets before, and he thought it was so
he's
cool."
psyched. How old is he here?
6 maybe.
Dude, that's so
Nice,
cool.
nice.
That's cool. His
Yeah.
name is Brian too.
His name's Brian. The other one's John.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah.
That's just an insane experience. So
Oh,
is-
it's your dad's name.
yeah. Yes.
Yes.
DJ.
Yes.
Nice, dude.
Is Meghan
Is
Markle
John your other dad? No, I got nothing.
Is Meghan Markle like your wife's friend?
Yeah.
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 They're boys.
I mean, yes. I guess the equivalent thereof. Yes.
That's pretty
They
cool. man.
send memes in a group chat.
Yeah, they're in a chat. No, that's crazy to be a part of that. Like,
Yeah.
how many people are in the audience for that thing?
Oh, in the church itself, I want to say, feels like because maybe less than 1,000. I don't know how big that church was. Probably, maybe around there. But outside, there were tens of thousands of people.
Are you sitting beside like Mackenzie Bezos or something, or like? Are you
I
got
was
anyone in
sitting
there?
next to who was I sitting? I don't know. I can't remember who I was sitting next to. But on the opposite side, I was like on par with the Royals.
God damn.
Like I was in the equivalent seat. They were on the other side.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, before we let you go, I wanted to ask, anyone ever go like nuts on Canadian Idol? Anyone ever go crazy?
What's that mean?
Just like any like audition guys or anyone ever get off? And,
well, there was a guy.
Shania Twain was mean to him and they went crazy. Or
There
something?
was a guy who auditioned in Montreal, and he sang Rhinestone Cowboy.
Okay.
Nice.
And then a few years later, he got arrested for terrorism.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's
Go to
a
jail.
rhinestone cowboy. it was a great audition. We loved it. And then a few years later, he was arrested for. And then of course Jacob Hogarth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's no bueno.
He's got his whole thing.
One time I knocked William Hung out of a poker tournament.
Did you really?
Yes.
Remember American Idol.
But it's an Idol adjacent story.
Ask a Carly Rae Jepsen question, bitch.
Was she on that show?
Yes, she was. She was on that show.
Interesting.
Who done their research now,
Oh,
bud?
by,
Who researched the guest now, bud?
by the way, he got to work with John Doerr.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah?
work with John Doerr. I love John Doerr.
Dude, he's one of the funniest guys in the world.
His he used to do his he obviously doesn't do it anymore, but he did this thing back in the day. He had this skit where he played like a goth, effeminate asshole. And where's he from? I can't not from St. Catharines. but
John
the
Doerr
Sioux.
Goth. Look it up real quick.
Yeah,
It's crazy
and
that they even hired that guy. He's so eclectic.
Was he on Canadian Idol?
He was
Yeah.
the roving reporter.
Oh, he was the man on the street guy.
Yeah.
He was
really?
but he's so much he's so much more talented as a comic than anyone ever got to see on that show.
He's a
Right.
genius. That
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, I think he is.
He's a comedic genius.
Yeah,
he's gonna do our pod next time he comes through town.
No, he is.
I've been talking to him.
Yeah, and we hadn't talked in a long time, but when all that stuff happened to me, he was
Yeah.
one of the few people who reached out. And,
Really?
Yeah, meant a lot. I'll
It's a
never forget
comedian
it.
thing, I think, because they
No,
they
it's a John Doerr thing.
Oh yeah,
It's
he's a good guy.
he's a kind guy.
That's sick.
Maybe he doesn't want to be known as a kind guy, but he is.
Sorry, our producer. He actually has CTE. We'll find it. We'll find it later. We'll put it in.
Yeah,
Was it on Conan? What was
no,
it
no,
on?
it's a skit he did. He had a
From
mullet.
his show, maybe?
He had a mullet.
It was from Canadian Idol.
No, he didn't do it on Canadian Idol.
Oh, okay.
It's on John Doerr show.
Yeah,
It might have been on the
it
John
was him
Doerr
and a mullet,
television show.
and he was. I can't remember. It was an effeminate character, but so funny. It was so funny.
Any celebrity ever mean to you?
I don't know if you call him a celebrity. Who is the director of the Bell and the Butter? Bell.
I don't know.
Shoot, the Bell and
This
the
guy
Butterfly. I
has
think?
Google. He might not even fucking know.
Bell and the no, is that?
Bella. It's a book.
No, it's there's a movie. Maybe it's not the Bell and the Butterfly, but it was a movie, this art house movie that got nominated for an Oscar.
Okay.
And it was interesting. It viewed from the perspective of a guy who went diving.
Oh, the diving bell.
Yeah, the diving bell, and he got locked in syndrome. So when he
Julian-
came back up,
Julian
when he
Bertrand?
yes, he's a dick, and he started dating. He cheated on his wife apparently during this, and started dating the
Ben
and started,
Mulroney's
no,
dropping
and
bombs on
apparently
this
started
guy.
dating the star because he showed up at the Oscars with the star, and he showed up
Okay.
at the Oscars in his pajamas. But well, that's because he's
Mr. Cool Guy.
Yeah, and he
It's like Trey Parker
and
and
he was
Matt Stone on LSD and dresses.
That's brutal.
Yeah, that's right. And so he shows up, but the movie is about this guy who writes his own. It's a story about how he gets locked in syndrome. He can't move, but he's fully aware, and it's from his perspective in the movie. And
Okay.
and then he ends up writing his autobiography, like with I don't know, somehow
Like a Stephen Hawking pen.
yeah,
mouth thing.
something.
Yeah.
And so I've got him on the Oscar red carpet. And keep in mind, on the Oscar red carpet, you don't know how long you're going to have people for.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get a moment because they might pull somebody away. And I said something like, Julian Schnabel, that's it. They said, it's the triumph of the human spirit. That expression was, well, that's an exceptionally trite thing to say. I was like, trite but true. He's like, and you would know how, or something like that. And then I realized after about like 2 seconds, I was like, we're live on TV. So I was like, off you go. I just said something like, off you go. Like, I don't need you here. Like, George Clooney's there.
I'd
rather
rather do it.
I don't even know you. Oh, dude, could you imagine you on the
all
red
right,
carpet?
superstar,
Yeah.
fucking keep going,
Yeah.
bud. Fuck
No
off.
kidding.
This guy,
You're a nobody, first of all.
I turn to the camera and I go, "You believe this fucking guy? Ray?"
He's just lucky to be there, honestly.
Yeah,
You know,
I
he's
go,
a
this
nobody.
guy thinks he's a
But
superstar.
but I had to.
got Tom Cruise.
Honestly,
next.
that's the closest thing I have to someone a celebrity being rude. And in my in my personal life, there's the only time anybody's ever said anything remotely mean to me was once, just once.
Yeah.
And it happened when I first moved to Toronto.
Okay.
No one's, but Canadians by and large are not by and large to me exclusively are nice. If they have something mean to say, they keep it to themselves or they do it on Twitter. And
I know. I've been seeing your Twitter
Yeah,
lately. You've
yeah.
been fighting people.
Well, jeez, I mean, what's the thing that Twitter's like? I like oranges, and then someone will say, "So you hate apples?"
100%.
I don't engage with people who start debating something I didn't say. I didn't say that, so I'm not going to debate you on that.
Right.
But yeah,
like on our last video, I didn't say that I liked living and should stay alive, but some guys said I should kill myself. And it's like, well, I didn't say I should stay alive, but they think I should do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how do you handle? I mean, we've had a couple huge videos, and there's a little bit of hate on them. Nothing crazy, but how do you handle that?
Well, so long as you're comfortable with what you've said and the positions you've taken, then there's no problem. I mean,
okay,
right?
That's all right. We'll be fine then.
What if you laugh really annoying and obnoxiously? Have you ever done that? And
I'm
people have said you should never laugh again.
Well, like the way Tucker Carlson does.
Exactly
that's
like
really-
that for about 9 seconds straight. I did that.
That's you should. I mean, if it's anything like his, because that's a really
It's a tough one.
Can you help us get Tucker on the pod?
that speaks to it. Like when I see Tucker Carlson laugh, I think something's wrong with him.
Yeah,
For sure.
a lot of.
Come on.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
All right, well, we should wrap it up, dude. This has been so fun.
Thank you.
Thank
This
you
was
so
a lot
much,
of fun.
man.
Yeah,
thank you so much. And where can people find you? And
At Ben Mulroney and at Ben Mulroney Show, I guess. And benmulroney.ca.
amazing.
That's the website. I
CJ?
guess. And other than that, they can find the show on the iHeartRadio streaming app. They can find it on all the podcast platforms. They can find it on the Chorus Radio Network. And And
So you're syndicated across the country?
on the Chorus Radio Network, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, CJ? You're
Awesome.
syndicated too, or?
I put a couple old episodes of Canadian Idol up on the Pirate Bay, so if you want to check Ben out there, piratebay.xyz right now. Make sure you close the pop-ups and use the skull link to torrent it. I didn't do that. Check me out, CJ Bishop Comedy. I'm going to be Nickelbrook Monthly Show is at the end, last Saturday of the month in June. It's going to be awesome headlining that. And then I'll be in Kitchener on July 1st for a Canada Day special show, and Guelph Friday, July 3rd for a nice show at the Albion. Grab some tickets. There's still some available.
Ben Mulroney's going to be there. Use code BISHOP on mybookie.ag. Thank you, Weasels. Look at the guests we're getting. Look at the way the pod's blowing up, guys.
Drop
Thanks
a
for
like.
the support. Drop a like and subscribe.
Hit the bell. Thank you, Weasels.
Peace, Weasels.